Yeah, let's go. Liberation Minded Media. Of course, this is Jay Dizzle. And I'm on some other energy right now. I'm on some other time right now. Because the time I'm on right now is we want the smoke. We want all of the smoke. To the tethers out there. To y'all who fled from your homeland because you couldn't get it popping, who didn't fight the systematic injustices where you come from, the manipulation, occupation, colonizing, and perpetual control of your resources by Western powers. And you didn't stay there to fight against that in real time, but you come over here to undermine us. We want the smoke. Indeed, we want the smoke because we can't have it any other way. Clearly, y'all are garbage. Garbitron. Garbage. Trash. I'm going to show you a few examples exactly why you guys are trash and why we want the smoke. And anyone that comes with that, this is divisive, and no, it's not all of them. I don't care. It is divisive. This is exactly what we need. We need to divide. Because there are some people that need to be over there. There's some people we just can't fuck with. See, there's a reason why you will see us as FBA, New Black Media, who will make sure we call out those who are coons and those who are detrimental or go against the grain or that are off code. We call them out for a reason. So no one can ever get it twisted to think that they speak for us. This is why we call out our Roland Martins, our Al Sharptons, our race baiting hustlers that don't really respect the grassroots or don't really pay any homage to or serve the grassroots or the best interests of our people in general. There's a reason why we make sure that we call them out. So no one can ever truly believe that they represent us. And because I know that some people will say, well, hey, these tethers don't really represent the immigrant class that comes here. Well, they're dominating the narrative. They're dominating the representation. Because we see them on the mainstream undermining us. We see them on social media undermining us. And we don't see y'all checking them. So we're going to check them. We reached out the olive branch. You can even look by the logo that you're seeing that I use for my radio broadcast. The red, black, and green, throwing shots to Kim in. My Twitter handle, JDizzle RBG. You know what it is. See, we've reached the olive branch out for over 100 years. Marcus Garvey was doing his thing 100 years ago and only really got any traction because of us. Period. They didn't want him in Jamaica. Y'all wasn't trying to hear that. Cut it out. Y'all couldn't even get the reggae popping until we made it popular. And reggae is one of my favorite genres of music, but y'all couldn't get it popping there. In fact, there was a time, in case you don't know, in Jamaica where reggae was illegal. See, for all this we steal from y'all, we borrow from the Africans and Haitians. We don't steal shit. We don't need nothing. We create. We'll make some shit better. We'll make some shit that you guys are doing actually get some type of traction, but we ain't gotta steal shit. Reggae was illegal in Jamaica. Think about that. It was illegal. There was a time where you could not legally play reggae in Jamaica. So it would never lasted or got to the audience it did if we didn't fuck with it. And while reggae was illegal, and you can look this up, ska music became popular. So what's ska? I'm just going to give y'all a history lesson before I get to what I'm really, tapping in for. What is ska? S-K-A. What is ska? Well, ska, which I love ska, by the way. I love Bob Marley. He was a real one. I love all the ones that are real ones, that were real ones, that really were reaching that olive branch out and showing respect and saluting and trying to work together collectively. Because if we were able to do that on a global scale, it would take 1.3 days to get this shit right. We'd be able to virtually do it overnight. But we haven't been able to do that because we've been reaching the olive branch out for 100 years, like I said. But now back to ska, for those who don't know. Now, ska is a genre of music made popular when reggae became illegal in Jamaica. Ska is basically old school black R&B music with a Jamaican twist. So they couldn't do reggae, so they would make songs that kind of mimicked what we were doing here in the United States. It was dope. It had a nice little flavor to it. I've been to Jamaica. I love those who love us. I understand that when I speak about these tethers, I'm not speaking about all of y'all, but this has to be said, and y'all have to start checking that shit. So ska was a music that basically was it was basically, for lack of better words, them biting our R&B style. Listen to songs like Sugar Sugar or Chances Are by Bob Marley. You'll understand what I'm saying. It was basically them making R&B music with a Jamaican twist because reggae was illegal at the time. So we didn't done our part. 100 years. 100 years we reached the olive branch out. Y'all didn't want nothing to do with it on a massive scale. Now that we're saying hold your own nuts, now we're the ones being divisive. Nah, we want the smoke, man. Because what we don't do is go to Haiti, Jamaica, Nigeria, or any of these other countries and start undermining you. We don't do that. We don't go to these other countries and get involved in your political process for justice or equality and undermine you. We don't do that. We don't go to your country and start doing terrible stereotypes just to get praise and recognition from those over there who hate you. We don't do that. And what you guys don't do, you don't come over here and start undermining Asians or Hispanics. You don't come over here and start trolling white people. You come over here and start doing shit like this.
Cut it. Cut it.
This is a tether right here. This is his form. Like imagine that you come from your homeland and your homeland is so fucking raggedy while you're doing nothing to improve it because you fled, that this can be considered a career when you get here. Just picture that. This dude, listen, all the things they got going on where he comes from. And he'll make he decided, yo, America is so dope, it's so popping, thanks to us, that this will be my new career. Acting like a fucking lame. No self-respect. No respect to the culture. This is what he decided to do. All the things he could have done over here, this is where he decided to butter his fucking bread. Who do you think this is targeted towards? Who do you think his marketing audience is for shit like this? Is it us? Cut it out, man. Look at this shit. See, we don't do shit like that. We don't go over to where you're from and we start doing a Jollof challenge and rubbing the Jollof all on our face like, we don't do that kind of bullshit. Just to undermine you for the pleasure of others who don't like either of us. We don't go over to your homeland and then try to appeal to the Asians who are dominating you guys over there, even though you outnumber them 100 to 1. We don't go there and then start doing goofy shit to have the Asians calling you guys out your name for our entertainment value so we can get some social media numbers up. Like this.
Will you say nigga or double it and give it to the next person?
Double it and give it to the next person.
Will you say nigga 2 times or double it and give it to the next person?
All the power to the next person.
Say nigga 4 times or double it and give it to the next person?
The next person.
Would you rather say nigga 8 times or double it and give it to the next person?
Hard R. Just say. I double and give it to the next person.
Would you rather say nigga 16 times or double it and give it to the next person?
Nigga, 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 nigga. Nigga, 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 nigga. Nigga, nigga.
Now, peep game. As terrible as that is, as janky as that is, what he just did there. Right? He's letting people trope us for entertainment value to monetize his social media. Out of all the things that he could do, that's the only thing he could think of to do is to attack us in order for him to make a living over here. So he's coming over here. This is what a tether is. He's tethering off of our culture, trolling us for the appeasement of others. And as he's doing this, he protects this dude's face for him. He won't even show the face because he doesn't want him to get smoked. So he'll actually protect this dude while he assaults us with imagery. Yeah, we want the smoke because you guys are some raggedy, no good, low down, dirty shithole country coming from bastards, man. You never really, you know what I'm saying? This is you guys. This is what's popping right now over there. And listen, I'm not undermining the natural disaster that happened and things that happen, but at the end of the day, you can still see that this was an impoverished place without proper infrastructure in place, which are the kind of things that you guys really should have been focused on, or should be focused on. But the point is, this did happen. And instead of helping where you come from, you come here to undermine us. You come here to undermine what we're doing on a grassroots level because you guys don't have the balls to go and fight where you're from. You guys have puppets being controlled by Western powers that's usurping the resources to the point to where your infrastructure is shitty, even though you come from some of the most wealthiest lands on the planet. But you still have this shit going on while Europe is built up off of your resources. You come here where America was built up by us with your resources, but you have smoke for us, not those who destroyed your homeland and who undermined and did the greatest atrocities of injustice towards us and y'all. But you come here to undermine us on their behalf. Well, this is going on in your homeland. Let me turn down the music a little bit. Hold on. We ain't gonna take too much time. I'm about to get up out of here, but let me just show you this, man. This is what's going on.
Haiti is considered one of the most dangerous countries in the world. There are believed to be more than 600,000 legal and illegal weapons in circulation in a nation of just under 12 million people. 100 or so gangs are tightening their grip on the capital day after day.
So they murdered, you know the Western powers were behind the murder of your president in Haiti. You know that. Hundreds of gangs are sieging the city right now. Not making it safer for you guys, not trying to get the wealth back from the government, but just running rampant. So of course I understand why you would flee here, but I don't understand why you would flee here and then undermine us. As if you don't have bigger problems that you should be worried about because you probably still have family over there. See, we would never do some shit like that. We reach out our hands to help and we're done with that. We want the smoke now because you guys want the smoke. Because you guys want to do goofy shit like this right here. You guys want to do goofy shit like this right here. And this is what's going on where you come from, though.
Up against the weak and
it would seem like you would have more important things to do than troll us, considering.
Police force. 18 police officers were killed in different clashes
18
in the
police
last week of
officers
January.
I don't got love for no police, but I'm just saying, like, that's how bad it is where you're at, where that kind of shit is going down and gangs are taking over and they're not doing it for the better. And instead of y'all being over there getting that shit straight, you guys are over here trolling and undermining us. We're trying to get reparations popping so we can have some type of wealth and power bill, which would only benefit you guys because everything we have done benefits you guys. You guys don't benefit us. What have you guys done that's benefited us? Just think about that. Answer that question. What have y'all done to contribute here or even where you're from that benefits us? Oh, wait. What have you done that benefits us? Not a damn thing.
A commissioner of the Haitian National Police agrees to tell us anonymously about their dangerous working conditions.
Listen to this.
There are parts of town where we simply can't enter without an armored vehicle. We need the resources, equipment and vehicles that will allow us not to lose more areas of the city to the gangs.
She got time to come over here.
Some police officers are said to have links with the gangs. But here the law of omerta reigns. And it's the civilians who suffer most from this turf war.
Right. So your people are over there fucking going through it, but you fled over here like a coward to troll us and be obsessed with us and undermine us. Shit like this is happening. Listen, this right here, it's a video of some good white boy in South Africa confronting a bar owner in South Africa who owns a bar that they don't even let black people come into unless they're accompanied by a white person. There's places in South Africa black people can't even go unless they're the help. There are cities in South Africa to this day where black people aren't even allowed. There's beachfront resorts where black people can't even go unless they work there. This is in a country that's dominated like 98% by them. And they would let these cats. And I understand, like, not a lot of South Africans come here, but enough of them do, and a lot of them will undermine us. But you come from a country, 95% y'all plus, 95+%, and y'all will let this go down. When you can get this situation taken care of in a half hour. Y'all could pull up and get all of them out there and march their ass right back to Europe. And you don't do that. But you want to come here and tell us what we need to do?
I can tell you whatever you want to come in, but you don't. You said on the phone, I have the right to tell you ever to let in. Well, you don't have the right to discriminate in this country. It's a crime. On the basis of race.
Okay, so it's a crime. So you're letting these criminals engage in activities and behaviors and practices that undermine and discriminates against you guys, and that's your fucking country.
To you, yes or no? To you. This is what happened. Okay. This man right here, Tabiso, came in yesterday, okay? Moments after Jordan came in. Moments after, okay? Your bouncer stopped him and said, why are you going in? Who are you going into? Okay? He said, why are you asking me? He said, you can't come in here unaccompanied without a white person.
Listen to that. This dude is telling black people, Africans, native South Africans, that they can't come into his bar without white people. And they ain't shut this fucking bar down.
He said, what? He said, you can't come in here without a white person. If you come in here, I know what you like. You steal, you guys cause trouble. You need a...
This is somebody who's a descendant of someone who stole the fucking land from you guys, murdered you guys, made apartheid laws against you guys, locked up the freedom fighters for you guys. And they're like 3 to 5% of the fucking country. And you let this shit go on. And you think that you have anything to say to us about what we're doing. Cut it out. let's not forget this. I did this video back in the, whatever, a few months ago. Another tether. That's what I'm saying. Like your tethers are situated from everywhere from mainstream media to social media to other bigger platforms. You make your bread and butter on our backs, and then you say shit like this.
To basically look into reparations and the housing wealth gap and so forth, the economists have recommended $223,000 per person in California who is a descendant of slavery.
Doesn't even have the right to speak on reparations here in this country. But he does. Burn the death row records, tethering to our culture, only famous because of our support, and then will go against reparations for us. This is the mentality that y'all have. That's what we're saying. We want the smoke. Fuck it. Fuck it, we want the smoke, man. We ain't fucking with y'all. Raggedy motherfuckers, we're not fucking with y'all, man. We want the smoke. Because y'all want the smoke. And we need to shut this shit down. And if the respectable immigrants that really are riders and that are solid ain't gonna check y'all, we have to check y'all. See, really, it's you guys' responsibility to check your own. The same way we check our own, because we're not going to let people think that these clowns and coons and agents represent us. We make sure we make that distinction off the top. Y'all don't do that. It appears that these are the ones that really represent y'all. So now we're saying we want the smoke. We need the smoke. We have to have this clashing. We have to have this division. We have to have this conflict so we can get shit straight. Look at this.
I wanted to ask you a few questions about what do you think about black people in America?
Black people in America think...
First of all, just the way she says black, it just irks me. Black people. She sounds like an Asian. Black people. Black people. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. No, I can respect this because I believe she's still in Rwanda saying this shit. At least she's not. I think she is. I'm not certain. I'm not certain. But at least if she didn't flee, okay, well, at least she's keeping her opinions. She's saying what she's saying, but at least she's not over here saying it if she's not over here. I see a FedEx in the background. That doesn't necessarily mean it's here, but it could be. I don't know. For some reason, I just assumed that it was over there. But regardless, this is the sentiments. This is what they have to be. This is what they're worried about. Well, they're spending the currency of a European country over there because they don't even have the power to have their own currency, even though they're in Africa.
Oh, I think black people, American, they don't like other black people in our country, like African.
Okay, yeah. It's true. There's many black Americans who think that Africans are...
Of course, they're black American, they are shaped, they don't understand our culture.
We don't need to understand your culture. What the hell is your culture doing that is setting trends in your own damn country, let alone the world? When y'all get popular doing music, you don't get popular doing your traditional bullshit. You get popular doing variations of our music. Ain't nobody trying to pop. Come on, cut it out. Ain't nobody popping that bullshit y'all be doing. The way y'all wear your gear and the gear y'all wear, that's not popular. We rock with it just to show respect, but you know damn well that ain't what's popping. That ain't setting no fashion trends. Y'all over here talking and dressing and acting like us. Y'all over there talking, dressing, and acting like us. And that's what sets the world trend. So what are you talking about your culture? You guys don't even embrace your culture. You're over here cooning and buck dancing to appease white people. So what are you talking about? You guys are being overran by... What are you talking about? We have no culture. We don't understand your culture. We're not really. We got our own culture, man. We're not trying to understand. We tried that.
Yeah.
So you don't like Black Americans?
Yeah, I don't like Black America.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't like us. You know, from right where I moved from, before I moved down south, y'all seen it. That Ethiopian dude who went on a shooting spree, shooting FBAs in Seattle, and then when he was apprehended by the police, the first statement he made was, "I don't like black people." Probably thinking that would, and did he get charged with a hate crime? No. He probably said that because, you know, he figures that's going to fare better for him to declare that, to try to separate himself from us. So this is where y'all are taking this shit. So we can't run from conflict. We embrace it. But notice, you know what I'm saying? These cats will get punked in their own country by Chinese and white folks and other Asians. But then you'll want to come here and bang on us. Protecting Zaddy. So yeah, we want the smoke. No olive branch, none of that shit. We want the smoke. The real ones step up to the plate. We're gonna see. We're gonna see who's who. That's it. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Liberation Minded Media. Jay Dizzle, make sure you follow on Twitter. Twitter's been kind of crazy lately, you know what I'm saying? This is in part why I had to do this video, because, you know, these Twitter trolls, agents and coons and tethers obviously want the smoke, and we want the smoke back. FBA, Black Americans, our specific, it's tribe up, and you guys can hold your own nuts. We've dealt with this for far too long. We let it slide for far too long. This shit has been happening for far too long. You can't show us examples of us undermining you. You can't show us examples of us going to your countries, getting involved in your politics to try to undermine the grassroots that are trying to make things pop out there to better the people out there. You can't show us that. You can't show us trying to monetize, going up to your countries and trying to monetize the disrespect and undermining of you guys. You can't show us trying to harm you simply because of who you are. Now, you can see us now on social media banging back against you guys and calling y'all the fuck out, just like we call out our own detractors. Yeah. Subscribe, all that good stuff. Like, share, comment, let me know what you think. But we want the smoke.